Coming up on the hunt for amazing treasures. Picking through gravel like this can uncover valuable sapphires worth thousands of dollars. And anyone can do it.
Here, on the banks of the Missouri River in central Montana, are enormous clefts of broken stone that drew thousands of miners looking for gold in the 19th century. These days, it's still possible to discover treasure here, not digging for gold, but for these. Beautiful, multicolored sapphires. But if you want them, you'll have to go find them yourself. The 49ers were so interested in gold, they ignored the little stones that looked like colored glass that were also deposited in this ancient riverbed. Today, here's where the treasure hunt begins, at the Spokane Bar Sapphire Mine, just 10 miles down the road from Helena.
We get people from all over the world and all over Montana, but really all over the world and all over the United States that come here that heard.
Deb Thompson and her husband Russ are the proprietors of the Sapphire Bar. Russ, with a couple of helpers, is the one who actually does the mining.
Sapphires are really heavy. They're like gold. So when the river slows down, they settle down to the bedrock. Then this is your bedrock. But they'll be within this area because they're a little lighter than the gold itself.
Since the bedrock is at the bottom of this cliff face, it takes some heavy mining equipment to get at it. But what makes this mine unique is that Russ personally does no hunting for sapphires himself. All he does is mine the gravel the sapphires are hiding in. First, they put it through a mechanical sifter to get rid of the really large stones. After that, the gravel rolls down through this tube while the dirt gets washed away. All of this looks pretty much like any small mining operation. But what's different is that the miners stop right here. This finely washed gravel is the end product of the Spokane Bar Mine, which, if you buy it at $25 a bucket, you get to go on your very own treasure hunt. You take it out to these picnic tables they've set up alongside the store. But first, you've got to get one of their handy sifter kits, because this is where the real job begins. If you have the patience and the time.
Some of what you've dug up into the screen.
This much finer gravel is sifted, allowing the heavier stones, and hopefully some sapphires, to sink to the bottom of the tray.
So let's see what happens.
The tray is flipped over and removed, leaving the heavier stones on top.
So we'll see if we see any sapphires in here.
Now the tweezers come out, and the real treasure hunting begins.
So we're looking for that clear-cut glass. Sometimes you find them, sometimes you don't. Oh, here's one.
Over the years, visitors have taken away millions of dollars worth of sapphires, and most everyone finds something, even though you may have to squint a little to see it.
Kelsey, look.
That's huge.
We want to leave everything to the customers. We want to make sure that everybody, when they buy their gravel, will find a nice treasure that Mother Earth gave to them.
Nice blue ones in there.
But what about all those would-be miners who can't make it out here? Now here's where this mining operation is really unique. If you can't get to Montana, Russ and Deb will send some of Montana to you. The mine ships over a ton of gravel every year to people all over the country. In other words, the treasure hunt arrives courtesy of the U.S. mail. 1,500 miles away, truck driver Bob Schroth has been sifting through Montana in his Connecticut backyard. Every month for the last 9 years, Bob has received a shipment of gravel from the mine.
Here's a nice sapphire right here.
There's nothing like hunting for treasure in the comfort of your own backyard.
And here's a big one right here. I've had 3.5 gallon bags where I found 20 stones. And then I've had others where in one basket I would find 20 stones. So And this here's not bad. We got what, 3, 6, 9, 12 out of the first basket, so that's not bad at all.
Bob is one of dozens of customers who order the sapphire gravel, and he's created a nice little nest egg out of it.
When I listed them on my homeowner's insurance, they were valued at about $25,000 replacement value. But I've added to it since, and they're the ones that suggested that I get a safe deposit box and not keep them in the house. But I keep these locked up in the vault at the bank.
Over the years, Bob has been taking the better stones and having them professionally cut.
You'll lose anywhere from a third to a half of a stone in cutting. So if that's, we'll say 6 or 7 carats, it'll probably end up to be about a 3.5 carat stone. And if it's clear, it could be worth a couple $1,000s.
And that's possible because this gravel is loaded with sapphires. Not all gem quality, but sapphires nevertheless. Deb Thompson shows some samples that have been found at the mine.
This is a very typical color assortment from the Missouri River deposit. Greens are the most common. You see there's a lot of gray, steely gray tones and green gray, green blue. Pinks, lavenders, sapphires are not all blue, obviously.
And here's some high-quality stones that have been cut and set in various pieces of jewelry. And one lucky treasure hunter came up with this stone.
She found it in a leftover pile of gravel that somebody had already gone through and abandoned. And we had the stone appraised, and it appraised at $14,000.
It's a type of gambling in a way. You never know what you're gonna find. We don't know what you're gonna find.
I was up on the hill with them, and a little girl found a 22 karat garnet that was about the size of my thumb right on the ground. So you never really know what you're gonna find.
Hi.
At the end of the day, you bring your haul into the office and have it assayed.
No, that is a sapphire. It's a big sapphire.
The mine will tell you exactly what you found and how much it weighs.
No, Kelsey found the 7 carat one.
Sure, I found the 7 carat one.
Not bad. About a dozen sapphires, including the 7 carat, which when it's cut, should be worth about $1,200.
Yeah, I would consider myself to be addicted to doing it. There's always that expectation you're going to find a 20 or 30 carat stone or something bigger. I enjoy it. It's relaxing. I think a lot of people probably think I'm nuts because I play in gravel. They can take something that just looks like a rock and make it into a beautiful stone.
Mother Nature put the stones in the ground and not I. We just try our best to make sure every customer has a good old time and find some really beautiful gemstones.